Howdy, Beefalo Bart here, and welcome. We have video. I keep screwing that up. Okay, so we've got the Polygon Western pack in this project already. In the last video, we did a simple pickup system for picking up a bag of gold. We're going to go ahead and add in the Western Frontier pack. Love it. But we already have the characters from the Western pack retargeted already and working. So, how are we going to make this work? Let's go ahead and compile shaders. I'm going to grab all of the characters, skeletal meshes, from this pack, and I'm going to right-click, skeleton, assign skeleton, select the SK polygon, and accept. This is going to take care of it. You're going to have to keep doing it over and over and over, because it's got to do it for each one of those characters you have selected. And it's pretty much just that simple. We can do this, and since we've already retargeted the same way that I do in all of my videos, the same setup that I've already got, it works. It works every time. Most of the time. There are some exceptions, and I believe the exceptions are in the fantasy characters pack. The large characters, like the trolls and that kind of stuff, they just don't want to cooperate when you do it this method, so you have to retarget them separately, but then again, you use the same process to retarget. So now I'm going to hit save all, and we are good. So if we go into our map, we can walk around. We are the sheriff. We know that he works. So let's go to our character. Go to our blueprints, player, go to our viewport, and now we select our mesh, go in here, and we can pick any of those characters from that new asset pack. Like, here's the gold miner. Animations all work. Let's go with the hunter. It could be Mexican male, Native American chief. So we could be the chief instead of the sheriff. And there we go. Yay. There's much rejoicing. It's that easy. Sorry, it's not that complicated. Last video showed how to make the train engine have smoke and work as a simplified blueprint. You could also, if you want to later on, create a vehicle out of it. Uh-oh. We did that. We don't have any real collisions on it. No worries. But, yeah, that's that. We've combined the asset packs. So let's actually take and go to the demonstration map for Western Frontier. Now, I'm going to have to wait on the shaders to compile, but that's a given. Again, tonight's drink of choice, Gatorade Fruit Punch, and Seagram's Ginger Ale. My channel is not sponsored by anybody, and there is no monetization. However, I'm always looking for sponsors. Anybody who wants to give me money, I will gladly accept their monies. Okay, this is the latest version of Western Frontier. I am not running the latest version of Western. That is my bad on that one. But, you know, it still works, but there's some little tweaks and bugs you need to go on. Come on, Synty. Build your lighting before you upload your updates. I don't want to sit here and wait for rebuilding 1,943 objects. Not critical, but should always make sure you compile your lighting or rebuild your lighting before you package it and upload it. Come on. So I'm going to start right here and hit play so we can walk around. And first off, we need to go to game mode override, third person game mode, and then we can hit play and we can walk around now. We're going to see preview on the shadows because Synty did not do their lighting build. Alright, so this has no sound to it. That's something we could do later on. I'll have to import some audio for that. Good map too. I really like the demonstration maps. Whoever's doing their maps does a really good job. But I would like to punch him in his gonads for not doing the lighting rebuild and not leaving the damn doors open. So we'll revisit the buildings because we can't walk into them right now because the doors are closed. Alright, so we got overturned wagon over here. We got a little fort over here. Nice tents. Cooking stuff. Oh, there's a bugle. It's kind of a weird shaped bugle. It's got a little tiny loop near the mouthpiece. I've never seen a bugle look like that before. And apparently there's a collision issue getting by right there. Alright, so let's walk over here. We got another building. Hey, door's open, but I can't walk inside. Why can't I walk inside? Let's go to our character folder. And if we look at our viewport, no problem. But let's look at our capsule, and I'm going to scroll down. Just for right now, I am going to capsule component, uncheck hidden in game. So now when I hit play, I can see my capsule. So I can see if that's the problem, and it's not. Our width of our capsule is way off. So let's do this. Change it to, I usually go down to 30 with Synty characters. Is that the problem? And it's not letting me walk up the stairs. I'm going to jump, and I still can't walk in. So it tells me that there's an issue, and I guarantee the issue is in the glass. So I'm going to select the glass here, and hit the magnifying glass. So I can find it in here. Let's look at our collisions. Simple collision. Yup. Come on, Synty. Is that how you want your glass collision? Now you can't go into the building because the glass collision is covering everything. You've got two options. You can disable collision, or you can use complex collision as simple. Because if you look in here and show complex, it's just going to be this light blue, which is just going to be the windows. Probably wouldn't be so bad on this one right here, so that's what I'm going to do on this one. I'm going to scroll down and collision preset and complexity. I'm going to select this, use complex collision as simple. Because it's such a low polygon thing here for the windows, then that should clear up the issue. Not for the steps, but now we can walk into the building. The windows are no longer stopping us from getting in. Another little pet peeve, the water, polygon water. Again, we can select it. That's not going to do it, so we need, well, it's using a cube. And they've attached the material to it. So we can just scroll down to this, collision presets, no collision. Let's save current. Hit play. Now we could walk into the water instead of walking on top of it. Okay. I'm gonna have to turn that capsule back off. That's gonna annoy me. Everything annoys me. We can't walk into the TP because we can't crouch. So yeah, that's not a problem. So we can look at once we add crouch functionality. But we can also come in here and add fire to the fire, or we can just make our own freaking map and be done with it. But I like this map. Again, the water, we can walk in it now. Got nice trees over here. Let's go check out this camp. Cool. There's little barricades. Walk in here. Got the Confederate flag. Yeehaw. I'm a southerner, so Me likey. For people who hate on the Confederate flag, well, first off, I just want to say fuck you. But second off, get over yourself. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a damn flag. It's part of our heritage for the state. It doesn't symbolize anything other than Confederate States of America. Doesn't mean I'm pro-slavery or anything like that. Just means I like that flag, and it's part of my state's history. And you know what? I'm mature enough to know that it doesn't stand for slavery. Because, yeah, the Confederate States of America was more than just, a bunch of slave owners and that kind of crap. Besides, that was a long damn time ago. Yeah, get over it. It's not a current thing. It's not hurting anybody. If it hurts your delicate little psyche, then again, go fuck yourself. Sorry. That's just me. But okay, we got a mine here. Mine entrance. It's a little low, can't get into it, but that one's collapsed anyway. Let's see on the other ones here. TNT. I like things that I can make blow up. Let's see. How can I get up there? I really hate third-person view. I really do. So usually one of the first things I do is I create a first-person view. There's a bunch of different ways you can actually do it. The way that I do it, not everybody likes, but it's the way I do it. Alright. Kind of funky collisions on that. Let's check out this one. Yay, we can walk into it. Oh, that's cool. TNT. I like things that can blow up. You know what? Let's do that. Let's make exploding barrels, but then again, we have no way of triggering them. We need some form of... Well, I need to set up a first person and set up a basic shooting mechanism with a line trace. But we can make a barrel that explodes based on time. Just something we can make it blow up. And then later add damage to it, and then when we shoot it, we can trigger it by shooting it, or what have you. Or maybe walk over to it and press E and set a timer and that kind of stuff. Arrows stuck in there. Cool. So I like the Western Frontier pack. I like the map. I like the things that it adds. I like the new characters. I don't need to see engine content. The props that it adds. You got the fires. A couple different types of fires. Cook pot over the fire. Chests of different types. Crates. Alcohol barrel. Me lucky. The fountain. The flagpole with either the Union flag or the Confederate flag. Hey, gold nugget. That'd be good for a gold pickup as well. But it wouldn't be a gold coin. There's a gold ingot. If you walk over that, it maybe gives you a value of, or you sell it at a vendor, get 100 coins, and a nugget you get, 5 coins or whatever, 10 coins. Some logs, picture props, spike fence walls, more logs. Yeah, lots of cool stuff. A bundle of TNT with a fuse on it, a single stick. That would be great for giving the player so they can light it and throw it. Then it blows up. The TNT barrel. It's the one I'll actually start off with. So let's go back to my gadget folder. And new folder. Gadgets. Lack of a better folder name. Right click, blueprint, actor, TNT barrel. Score BP. I'm going to go into it and then go back to our props. It's also got vehicles in here. Okay, it's the wagons. More weapons. You got another revolver. You got two musket-based rifles, musket shotgun, knife, tomahawk. Some cool stuff. Sword, spear, shovel, stack of rifles, rifle bayonet, and a Gatling gun. Oh, chain gun. Yeah, wouldn't be a chain gun. It would just be a Gatling gun. I didn't see one on the map, so let's put one on the map. Me likey. So now I got a Gatling gun sitting out here. A chain gun would mean that it used a chain or belted ammunition system, and these don't. They use this right here as a vertical gravity feed magazine. So gravity feeds the shells, usually would be 45-70 government, and it'll be dropping down inside here. Use this hand crank to turn, and it rotates the barrels and fires the shells. Pure awesomeness. Let's see here. No, we wanted our exploding barrels. So select our static mesh, go back to our blueprint, add component, static mesh, and there it is. So compile and save. We have it. So we're just going to make it explode. And we're going to do event begin play. We're just going to set a delay. We'll take 10 seconds. We're doing this. Let's actually go to our test map. Save selected. And let's get rid of our loot bags. Save all. Particle effects. Dust, fire, smoke. There is no explosion. Dust, tumbleweed effects, white and black smoke, and fire. We have no sound. Much as I hate to do it, which one? Could use the Synty assets that have that in there, but I don't want to load an entire asset pack in. Here's an idea for you, Synty. How about a particle effects library? An asset pack that's just particles that we can use in our different projects. Smoke, white and black smoke will go good in there. Fire, dust, tumbleweed, the butterflies, the snow, rain, any of your particle effects you have in any of your asset packs, rip them all and put them into a single asset pack that's nothing but particle effects. I know they usually watch my videos, so if not, I'll also put it in the Discord channel. But that would be awesome. And in the essence of time, I could go ahead and put in, I think the Battle Royale pack has the explosion that I'd want. But in the essence of time, I'm going to add new. I hate doing this. Feature content pack, starter content, add to project. I hate doing this because that's 700 megabytes of crap that I don't need. All I need is an explosion, and I need the sound effect to go with it. I have sound effects that I could use, and I have, but it's easier for me to just throw this in here for right now to make this functional. Just hate to do it. I hate putting all this in here that I don't need. But it's going to give me explosion cue. And it's going to give me, for the sound. And it's also going to give me a particle effect of an explosion. So, hate to do it, but going to have to. So we want to make this as easy as possible for our TNT barrel. So on event begin play, delay, and then we want to play, let's see, yeah, learn how to spell, play sound at location, and we want explosion cue, where the hell is it? Where the hell is that? Camera shutter? Click on button. Where the hell is this? Okay. Oh, those are the default built-in frickin' sounds. Huh. Okay. Explosion cue. We'll worry about location here in just a second. We want to play spawn emitter at location. The emitter that we want is explosion. Let's do something else here also, and I'll go ahead and rename this to barrel. Get a reference to my barrel. And let's move you back here. Let's move you over here. And what we want to do is set visibility to unchecked. Connect this in here. So we're going to make our barrel invisible at this point. So now we have the barrel is there. 10 seconds later, boom, it vanishes. We play a sound. And then we're going to do an emitter. And let's go ahead and get world location. We can plug this into here and plug this into here. So now we have the barrel. 10 seconds later, it disappears. We get the explosion sound and the emitter. And then destroy actor. It'll make the whole thing just go away and it'll no longer be there. However, we probably want to put in a delay here as well, because what will happen is, excuse me, it's going to blow up, but it made, it's okay. Sometimes there were some issues with when you do it that way. When you say destroy actor, it'll disappear. It'll stop the thing from doing anything. It'll stop the sound and whatnot. So Control C, Control V. Let's add a second one in. Control V. Let's add a third one in. So now there's 3 of them stacked up there. Let's go ahead and see we have collision. And since it destroyed itself, it's no longer there. It is gone. Since we don't have any health, we could also, at this point, before we tell it to destroy itself, we can apply damage. We want this to do radial damage eventually, but for right now, we're going to apply 100 damage. And since our character does not actually have health, it's not going to do anything. So it's just at the end of its timer, it's going to tick, 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 and then boom. But if we had health, that would diminish our health. So that's what we can add in here temporarily, or pretty easily actually. Let's move that to hidden in game. Compile and save. Let's add another variable, health. We need to change that to a float and replicate it, even though we're not doing multiplayer at this point. Still, we're going to do that. We only have 100 health. Compile and save. So now we need a amendment to our heads-up display. We've got our gold amount down here in the bottom right. So let's add in a health bar. Let's add in a progress bar. Scale it over to here. Scale it down. Anchor at the bottom right. Change the color. We want 100. It's a color I often use, so okay. Now let's check our percentage so we can see what happens when we go up and down. Create binding. View. Move view. Instead of saying get percent to 0, let's get health. Enter and cast to player underscore base, which is our player character. We want to get player character. We want to get health. Since we are doing this based on 100, let's do our health as a float divided by float. We divided by 100. Connect this into here, and that will give us our accurate health value. So now we hit play. You can see we got a health bar. A little small, but whatever. And if we're standing over here, now it's not going to apply the damage yet because we haven't told it to apply the damage or accept the damage. So we go to our character now, and we don't need that. We're done with our HUD. Our player, come in here and do event any damage. What we do is get a reference to our health. We're going to set our health. What we're going to do here is do our health, which is going to be float minus float. Plug the damage into here. So we're going to subtract the damage from our current health, and then we're going to set our health to that new value. Compost and save. Now, hey, look. These are some fancy looking barrels here. Tint. Is it like window tint? TNT. It didn't apply the damage. Damage. Okay. Gadget. TNT barrel. Apply damage. Damage to actor. We don't have anything plugged into the actor that will be damaged. Let's try something different here. Apply radial damage. Because we want to do a radius. Damage radius. Start off at 500. That may be too much, but we'll do 100 damage. Origin will be that. Ignore actors, damage causer. do full damage. Well, let's see if that actually does it. Because it would actually, you would have to have like an overlap event for it to detect whoever's in that overlap. No bueno. Okay, so we'll go back to the apply damage. I'll learn how to spell, idiot. Apply damage. Still want to destroy actor. Want 100 damage. And instead of on event begin play, we're going to remove that. We'll change our delay to 3 seconds. And let's look right here. Let's add a component of a capsule collision. And let's change the radius of it. What a pretty big. Just want a large trigger radius. So we can just say, hey, okay, now we're triggering this. So now right click, begin overlap, and let's move this up here. From other actor, cast to character. So any character that walks into this radius will now trigger the delay and the explosion. So you can see we got overlapping things here. Subtracting the damage from our health. We're setting our health to that. Damaged actor. Let's try connecting it to that. So the actor that actually triggers it should be the one that receives the damage. And we have no health. We are dead. Deader than a freaking doornail. So another thing I like to do is... oh, so many assets. So many assets. Animation starter pack. Let's add to project. This one is called Pickups, which we'll probably change the name later. How do you change the name? Well, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. So we'll add that to the project, a whole whopping 25 megabytes. We'll go to the animation starter pack, UE4 mannequin, mesh, select humanoid rig, up 50, come on you ass clown, up 50, up 50, back 30, down 10, up 10, back 30, down 10, up 10, modify pose, use current pose, and save. So we're going to close this out for right now. We'll do save all. Got all this stuff inside here. We're going to let's go ahead and do this. We'll do this. Left click on it once, hit F2, Control C, click off of it. We need to go into our animation folder and new folder, hip fire. So we have that. Go back to this folder, scroll back down, right click, retarget, select our polygon skeleton, replace that with hip fire underscore ABP. Gonna change the folder we put it in to characters, animations, hipfire. Okay. Retarget. That's going to handle those guys. We'll do save all. Save selected. There's some other changes we're going to have to make to that animation blueprint later. We're not worried about using these animations, but we'll do another new folder. Death. Go back to the animation starter pack. I'm going to select these three death, death iron sights, death iron sight 2, anything that I see that says death on it, even the prone. That's probably it. I'm going to take these, retarget, polygon. Don't need to replace anything, but we do need to change. Go to character, animation, death. Okay, and retarget. So now we should have some death animations for our character. So if we look at this guy, blah, he are dead. Now, I'm going to see if Unreal Engine 4 is going to cooperate with me today on anything else. I've already got things that are not working that should be working. I'm going to right click and I am going to create animation montage. Again, shouldn't matter, but there it is. It works just fine. And let's save all. Go back to our blueprint. And I'm tired of being a Indian chief. Let's be gold miner. Compost and save. I do that when I'm sitting here screwing around with stuff. I like to keep changing it around. Branch. I'll do this. Find out if our float or our health is less than or equal to 0. If the answer is yes, then we want to die. From death, we want to get a reference to our character movement is our first thing we want to do. So we want to stop our movement. Learn how to spell idiot. Set movement mode to none. Get a reference to our mesh. I want to play montage. And this is what I do all the freaking time. And yesterday it just would not work. Only one montage. Boom. There we go. Compile and save. So now, in theory, when our health bar drops to 0, it's supposed to stop our movement, and it's supposed to play the frickin' montage, and it is being absolutely frickin' stupid. This shit is broken as hell. This works. It always works. Until now. So, we're just going to do this. Play animation, which I know this works. I don't like doing it this way. You could set it up to work on the animation blueprint too, but I'm not bothering it. Do death. We need to make sure we're using the correct one. Game, character, animations, death. It's not looping. Compile and save. So we want this to kill us. Come over here, we'll trigger the explosions. And 3, 2, 1. Ugh. We're dead. We can't move. Okay. New variable is dead, question mark. We want to set is dead to true, because we is dead. Okay. And then if we want to go ahead and auto respawn, we wouldn't need to do this. I was setting this up so we could have it for another trigger later on. So we'll just have it there and we'll need it and use it later. So is we dead? Yes, we is dead. We want to delay. What about a 5-second delay? Then we want to set actor location to 0, 0, 100. Let's make it 120 just to be on the safe side. Then we're going to want to do this again. Set our movement mode to walking. And actually, let's tag you here. Let's move you over because we need to do something else here. Since we did this play animation, it's going to take us out of our animation blueprint. So we need to set anim instance class. And of course we had to have a mesh reference. And we want this new class to be our unarmed animation blueprint. So in theory, it's going to teleport us after 5 seconds. It's going to return us back to standing and then allow us to start moving. Alright. Ugh. We're dead. Move our mouse, but we can't move our character. After 5 seconds. Unreal Engine 4 crashes like the piece of shit that it is. I'm about to say the hell with 422. Even 420 was acting up, and I don't know, it's because if I click here, oh look, NVIDIA has another driver update. It's not going to fix anything or make anything better on my freaking video card. But whenever it does that, and it popped up a day after I had already updated it. They had an update a day after they just updated it. Let's open this project up one more time. And let's see if it works. If it crashes the engine again, we're done for the night. Fuck you. Don't restore. You need to do this, and this. So I can do this. I die. I can't move, but I can move my mouse around. And it crashes. Okay, fuck you, Unreal Engine 4. I'm done for the night. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Everything else works lovely. It's just Unreal Engine 4 is actually being stupid. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.